The Mantis can be an extremely punishing fight if done in melee without ridiculous DPS. Today, I am going to be going over all its attacks, and how to counter them, whether it be blocking, perfect blocking, or sidestepping. I will also show the damage numbers, for both unmitigated, and with a full set of level 9 bulky medium armor. Debuffs. Bleed deals 15 damage per second over 10 seconds for a total of 150 damage which cannot be mitigated by armor. This debuff is incredibly deadly and should be avoided at all costs. Parry time reduction decreases your perfect block window from 250 milliseconds to 100 milliseconds for 30 seconds. Try to run around the tree and stall until this debuff runs out, as a lot of the Mantis attacks require perfect blocking. Exhaustion time increases your time spent exhausted by 50%. Try not to get exhausted under this debuff, unless you have a fluffy pupa hat. Attack reduction decreases your damage by 50% for 30 seconds. This is relatively less dangerous, but lasts for a while. Movement speed reduction is only inflicted by running into pollen clouds, and slows movement by 50%. Moves. Cleave right and cleave left. These two are the most basic Mantis attacks. It will raise its scythe to the left or right and swipe down. The attack deals 150 damage with 20 stun meter damage, and each attack has a cooldown of 5 seconds. Blocking this attack is a bad idea, because it will inflict a bleed debuff on you. You do not have enough move speed to run from this attack. Parrying is easy. Ground smash. The Mantis tilts its head, and then unleashes 3 shockwaves dealing 120 damage each. Blocking cannot be done as the stagger breaks your block, and connects the second and third attack. Parrying can be done, but combo attacks are hard to parry. The easiest way would be to run away from the Mantis as soon as you see it tilting its head. Great Cleave. This attack is the most deadly attack the Mantis has. It deals 175 damage and inflicts a bleed. The bleed cannot be perfect blocked, so as long as you can afford the 30 stamina and 60 stun meter damage, blocking or perfect blocking will cause it to deal the same amount of damage. However, as practice for the final phase, you should attempt to learn to perfect block this attack. You cannot run from this attack, but you can occasionally cause the Mantis to miss by running around the tree. Shockwave. The Mantis hits the ground and causes a shockwave to travel to you. You cannot block this attack, so sidestepping is the only option. This attack deals very little damage at 90, but inflicts an attack down debuff on you. Escape, jump and pounce. The Mantis will steady itself on the ground and jump, creating shockwaves both in the originating spot and landing spot. Escape jump will jump away from you. Pounce will jump towards you. These attacks deal very little damage, and Pounce does not inflict a status, but it is still a good idea to mitigate as much damage as possible. Both of these attacks are unblockable, leaving the only counter to avoid them. When the Mantis preps for an escape jump, look at the direction it is facing, and run in a different direction. Then, as soon as it leaps, start running and putting the tree in between you and it. Keep your distance until the Pounce attack is baited out. At 80% health, the Mantis enters its second phase. It gains 50% damage resistance, 10% attack increase, 2 additional attacks. It will immediately use Roar. Roar. This attack deals 10 damage, inflicts exhaustion time increase and parry window down, and spawns pollen. The damage can be perfect blocked, but that does not stop the debuffs. The pollen clouds last 10 seconds after exploding, inflicts 10 damage and 50% movement speed decrease, parry time down, and exhaustion time up. Ground Pound. The Mantis deals a series of 5 fast attacks, each dealing 90 damage and applying bleed and attack damage down. All 3 methods are valid for dealing with this attack. Sidestepping avoids all damage, but requires fast reflexes. Parrying all 5 attacks will take great timing, but likewise avoids all damage. Blocking will destroy your stamina, and cause you to lose 150 health due to the bleed, but is easy to do. The important thing is to not panic and let all attacks through. At 40% health, the Mantis enters its second phase. It replaces its 50% damage resistance with 75%, replaces its 10% damage increase with 25%, and gains modified attacks. It will immediately use Roar, Shockwave and Shockwave combo. In addition to the 1 combo Shockwave, the Mantis gains a 5 combo Shockwave. To sidestep all of them, it is a good idea to move in one direction. Great Cleave and Inverted Cleave. Great Cleave will be followed up with an Inverted Cleave. This attack cannot be sidestepped. Blocking causes the Inverted Cleave to hit. Perfect blocking this attack cancels the Inverted Cleave. Thanks for watching this long video. Fighting Mantis in melee is difficult and will require healing items. If you wish for an easier fight, make sure to check out my video on how to bow the Mantis.